Okay, so my voice should be strong enough now that I can narrate something. So I want to start with first video I want to show you, or the first video I'm piecing together, is on sediment, um, beach sand, and I'm using Hawaii as an example. In the first photo that you see here, this is the Black Sand Beach. Blue Sand Beach is on the big island of Hawaii. It's on the west side of the island. As you move west to south, if you go to the south tip of the island, you'll find that this beach is there. In this next photo, you see lava that's solidified on the surface. As wave energy breaks up the lava, it turns it into black sand. And this is where the black sand comes from. And the turtles, the sea turtles that you see resting on the beach, these are a prized possession of the islands. They're very peaceful, very sweet. You're not allowed to touch them. It's like a $10,000 fine. They are an endangered species. Fun to swim with these guys. You can't swim over them too much because they do come up for air, so you have to give them their space. In the next photo, you'll see one of the sea turtles is coming up from the water. In this video, you can see him coming in to rest on the beach, and you can see him getting a gulp of air right there. So cute. I love these things. You notice the black sand is basaltic sand. It's coarse grained. If you remember from the chapter on sediments, there is a chart that shows you the different sizes from micron size to millimeter size grains. This is coarser grained. It doesn't stick to you like other sand. It's also fun to play with and look at because basalt is made of magnesium, iron, silica, and oxygen. And as you can see here, this is the wet sand. It dries relatively quickly, and it also comes off of your hands and skin pretty easily. This is what we call lava or magma sand. This is what you would find on the moon. Not that there's sand on the moon, but there's a lot of basalt. So if there were any beaches on the moon, there would be a lot of black beaches. This photo of me shows the turtles in the background. The next picture is up high. This is looking down a cliff at an olivine or green sand beach. There's only 4 of these beaches in the whole world. Another one is in Norway. The one is on the big island of Hawaii. There's another one in the islands of the Central Americas. But the olivine sand comes from crystals in the basaltic rock that are green. You can compare them to the birthstone peridot, which is a beautiful green semi-precious gemstone. Those are in the same classification. You're never going to see any other beaches like this except the 4 that exist in the world. And just look at that green. It looks like moss or vegetation, but that's actually sand made of olivine crystals. And where do those crystals come from? This is like a 50,000-year-old cinder cone that has eroded from wave erosion. And you can see the cliffs behind me. I'm the girl in the red top there. And you can see the layers of magma that have formed over thousands of years. And then when the cinder cone exploded, it collapsed, and then the area formed a bay, and this beautiful green sand comes from the basaltic rock. So in the next coming photo, you're going to see the sand looks mostly green, but it also has black basaltic sand in it as well. It's finer grained compared to the basaltic sand you saw before, but it's very, very shiny because the reflection of those crystals have a very good luster from the silicon content. And then upcoming picture, oh, this is breathtaking. So here's a close-up of the layers of the eroded cliff. Is quite a hike to get down to this beach. It's kind of scary. Notice the layers in different directions from uplift, but look how green that is, and that's from the gemstone. That's very similar to a peridot, but it is olivine. You can get jewelry made of olivine. You can look for it online. Beautiful mossy green crystal. Um, if you look up close in the basaltic rock, you will see the crystals themselves. They're also seen in meteorites from space. This could very well be a meteorite, but this is actually from the beach. And these are phenocrysts, those dark green crystals that you see inside the vesicles of the rock. And what are vesicles? They're gas holes from volcanism where gases are released from the rock as it cools, and then the crystals grow. When they're big and they're very contrasting in color like this, we call these crystals phenocryst in geology. And these are beautiful contrasting color against the parent rock. The parent rock has a fine grain, while the phenocryst have a very large grain crystalline structure. And there's a lot of this rock at the Alameen Sand Beach. It's just absolutely amazing. So here's what the sand looks like close up. As you can see, it's very, very green, very well rounded. So all of the angular edges are knocked off from erosion. That erosion comes from wave activity.